There we are. We are starting the match here today. I am now looking forward to this match. We did have a little bit of a delay in terms of they have the wrong lobby. It's CVL lobby. They have to yeah. They had to remake. Oh, they selected the wrong map. I see. Well, as we clear the teams now, we do see Seki's here on a longbow, and he's fully committed to it with a cataphract and a winged hussar, as well as the new seasonal unit. Oh, baby. Oh, look at all that cav. I'm actually excited for this. And you're definitely seeing a lot of cav here from the side of plebs, a lot more than you are seeing from the side of NoBeaches. This is going to be exciting to see. We do have Ghost X here on spear, a lot of pikes and a lot of muskets, a long sword from General Reef. Interestingly enough, we do see a Balthazar running longsword as well. A few glaives over on the NoBeaches side. Only a single glaive over on the club side. And while Seki's is running his longbow today, Amiya is of course running their dual blades. In terms of unit comp, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing these these plebs with heavy cav pressure, whereas opposed to the attackers here on NoBeaches, you would normally see some heavy cav play by them, though it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that today, at least not for the first match here. But let's get the camera slowed down just a little bit here. And zoom it out. Let's see a little bit of what's going on here today from the players, what they're looking to bring out and what they're looking to do today. We do see now a second longsword over from the side of NoBeaches. They are doing a little bit of posture climbing here. Seki's is ready for it. And they are kicking now. And actually, they're not even kicking. They're just pushing them off. And they're actually now trebbing the gate. Pushing the siege tower, yes, but trebbing the gate, interestingly enough. This seems to be their strategy on what they're looking to do here. Now, as mentioned before, Falconetti are not banned in this match. We do see a Falconetti. Actually, which defenders have Falconetti? None of them have Falconetti. Interesting. We do see an Iron Reaper from Kicker Flynn. Interestingly enough, yeah, they're just looking to trap down that gate very quickly here today. Do see Machin with his own Falconettis. I'm looking forward to the match. Now they are doing a little bit of posturing on gate, and I think they might get. They do kill Ghost Axe here, trapping him in the corner just right here behind the gate. See his body desecrated and dearly departed. But they are doing a lot of hero play, a little bit of deathmatch here on the front gate. And they do destroy the siege tower with those Fortebraccio. With those Falconetti, allowing them to close the gate once again. Whether they actually close the gate is to be determined. We'll see that in the next few minutes, I'm sure. I want to see where they decide to apply pressure. They do have those Falconetti. Because I'm definitely missing it. Alright, so they're just Ghost Falconetti, I guess. Makes sense. They are applying pressure on this tab left tower here. They're bringing up with some interesting pushing, and it's a lot of purple, a lot of blue. Looking to get a lot of those hero kills with those, what are they called? Damacharii. But we see a lot of them up on the walls here. Positioned around that A point now. It'll be interesting to see which side they decide to push down from. We do see a little bit of posturing up on the walls from a few heroes, though. Kicker Flynn, I hope for his sake that he doesn't go down here, but we do see Kicker Flynn going down. A lot of hero play getting punished by both teams today. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. They are trebbing something here. I believe there were a few units here, though I do think the sight lines are a little bit tricky in that position. Zooming out just a little bit, we do see some VG on the back side of those stairs. It looks like they're going for a tab left push. They have flames. They have 3 units of the, what are they called here? Claymores. With that 4 freedom ability on the Claymores, they create excellent push conditions where a lot of your units are very, very strong and immune to a lot of damage. Excellent front lining, but once they run out of that 4 freedom, they do definitely go down very quickly. Seeing those Shenji, those Fortebraccio, and those VG in the gate. And they still have not closed it just as of yet. That I'd like to see. Yes. F Ghost. They are setting up those push conditions on the stairs with some Falconetti play, looking to get some eco on it. They do have a few units in range. I want to see those good shots on those VG. They hit one. I don't exactly think it's low currently. They did nerf the VG recently, so it's not nearly as strong as it was in the past. The healing is significantly nerfed on it. And they're only able to hit a limited number of units now. They do seem to be moving down to the bottom side of these stairs. They have 3 of the winged hussars out currently. And oh, there's a Cataphrax as well over there. They're looking to get those cav flanks on lock. Definitely posturing here publicly with those cav directly on point. But it seems they're set up and they're ready for what's here to come. They know what's going on. They have at least 1 unit of Fortebraccio, 2 units of Fortebraccio, and an IPG ready to block any cav that comes into them. We do see a first cav charge in these initial engagements coming down. And not nearly as effective. Getting stunned a lot by those trees. Getting hit by those Fortebraccio, I believe. But the next 2 cav charges. 3rd cav charge from the side. Absolutely clean. Cleaning up so easily. Sekis is going to be one to look out for on those cav charges. Getting a lot of good eco from those Falconetti up on the wall. But I don't know if it's worth all the units lost in that brawl down at the bottom. We just see some Iron Reaper charges from the side that were interesting to see. They are pushing through main gate just a little bit, but it's going to get cleaned up by NoBeaches is going to get cleaned up by plebs. My mistake. They're pushing here down on the supply point. It is interesting to see that they are just letting them play around on a little bit, but it's going to be a cataphract cleanup from plebs. I actually don't know. Oh no, they are cleaning this up fairly easily. I was a little bit worried there for a second that they were going to get hero played and lose a lot of that cav, but it seems they're able to make it out of there. We are seeing double pushes, a few through the center column here and a few on the supply. I think this supply is going to be the main point of contention. And they do end up losing it here. As some good captures come through onto the point. We do actually have the flames out. They're a little bit exposed right now, and I think they do want to, and they are pulling them back right now. I don't necessarily think that losing B point is part of the plans of plebs here, and we're definitely seeing that NoBeaches knows how to handle another team playing Cav. We are seeing those plebs charge straight through, and that supply point is not free at all. We are seeing a lot of units and a lot of heroes go down very, very quickly. Those timers are going to be racking up very, very quickly from both sides, especially on NoBeaches. We don't see nearly as much anti-cav as we did before. A lot of those resources that we initially had to counter cavalry have been used up, though they wouldn't have known how much that the plebs have allocated towards cavalry at the start of the match. And they are holding outside the gate here just a little bit to prevent a sally like we did see last week against a few competitors. But it's just more cavalry. You thought all the cavalry was used up. They recaptured that supply point, and it's just more cavalry coming out. And I think they might be looking to do a little bit of a sally, though I'm not fully sure. It might be a little bit of BM against a team like NoBeaches here. That, or they're just setting back up. Oh, and those flames, the flames are getting some absolute numbers in, but they are getting hit by those Shenshi bombs. I don't know how many of those flames did survive. Only 1 out of the 7 are alive currently. Looking on the attacking players, these have to be their final pushes. They do not have a lot left to push in here. And honestly, the amount of cavalry and just specialty units that plebs still have out is going to be impressive. That cav charge to initiate going not about as well as you'd expect, though they are getting through a lot more than I would have expected. But we are going to see that tab right cav charges. That's where they're set up today, and getting a clean wing to start charge straight through, though it did miss a little bit. Never mind. You're seeing that excellent cav play from NoBeaches, as you would expect from them. We do see a lot of plebs dead currently. I guess they were just a little bit too aggressive on posturing on that front gate, falling a little bit into the traps. So the plebs don't have a lot of resources left on their side. We will see a B cap in all likelihood. We're entering a very, very low resource game. Yes, NoBeaches, not NoBeaches. A lot of these players are still dead. They are not quick capping B. They could get a few more players on B, but they know what they're doing. They're getting back together. They're I'm sure a little bit confused and saying, "Hey, where's plebs at? Are they setting up for like a cav flank, or what's going on here?" No, I think it's just what you see in your siege lobbies on a regular basis. It's people who do not know that cav costs a lot of leadership, using it very early on. But I'm sure that these guys know what they're doing. By no means do I think I'm more qualified to talk on this than these absolute great players on both teams. Yeah, Sig, just like put on ad blocker. I don't care. I don't control it. Twitch does not let me put on no ads. I have the settings set for lowest ads. We're talking a little bit to chat in the downtime here, while they're setting up here. We do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 man push set up on the backside. We do see Amia going around the backside here. Oh, sorry, not Not Amia. Sicko. Amia is on plebs. What am I thinking? But we do see a little bit of some hero posturing again. Something that didn't pay off earlier in the alleyway here. And no, we're not seeing nearly as much hero punishing as we did earlier. People seem to have learned their lesson. We do have these Falconetti here in the back. I'm going to zoom out just in case I do miss any pushes. They are setting up behind that that wall there. I do want to see 10 out of 10 Falconetti left from Max T, and only one Falconetti left by Plebs Smexy. Now they are going out the front gate just to punish a little bit of what they're doing on the front side. They're not nearly in position, though that cataphract charge is going to be massive from the Plebs side. Sorry, from the NoBeaches side. Though it does get hero played a little too well with those Fjord Brachio in the front. Now they do come in through the back on through the point as they cycle out through the front. It's going to be an interesting play. As we mentioned before, Plebs overplayed their hand just a little bit in utilizing those resources a little bit too heavily at the beginning of the match. And we may see a home cap, but it's definitely going to be a nail biter. It's going to come down to the final minutes. The last units we do see on the attackers, definitely a few more resources able to be used. Very, very low on Plebs. See if they can handle this and play it out with just their heroes at the tail end here for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If any team is going to do it, it will be Plebs. 2 minutes straight. I want to see them dancing around this point. Let me see if I can get rid of that. I was looking for the button. It is such a close game. Absolutely it is, Yenin. It's going to be hero play city with both teams losing a lot of their units and a lot of their players here. Though NoBeaches definitely seems to be in a favorable position as it stands currently. Plebs seems to be just barely not able to close it out. The entire team is dead. We have 2 players alive, maybe a third. Close out the match. And I want to look at a few players here today. Definitely the first one I want to look at is the Alco player on Plebs here. Now, I don't know when the next match is going to start, so we might have to hurry this along a little bit. Only 400,000 damage, not as much as I was nearly expecting, though I think the stun works did do work. Couldn't find his Falcos at the beginning of the match by no means. At the top of the list, we did see Kicker Flynn a few times. And actually, let me see on Smexy. No real big unit turnarounds. But let's look from the top to bottom. Nearly 1 million damage from Mexnu. I'm going to say that wrong. From Pleb QT here, just over 1 million damage. 1.1, or nearly 1.2 from Haita. And let's go through the list a little bit quicker now. Unless we see anything really, truly big numbers. We see 32 claymores out from Kicker Flynn here at the beginning. I'm sure this would have been a excellent cav charge at that beginning. Sekis, we did see that big cav charge at the end, though it didn't seem to have as much effect as we saw at the beginning. Beyond that, Temple Shot always doing what he is looking to do. Very impressive work across the board from Plebs, but not nearly enough against NoBeaches here. 750,000 damage from Ohydra here at the top of the scoreboard. We did see that you see Maj in here doing some work. Ghost X getting caught out at the beginning of the map a little bit, unfortunately, but we do see those big cavalry numbers and those Rattan Viper numbers. I'd like chat to also explain the Rattan Vipers to me. Please justify why Rattan Vipers are the way to go here. But we do see those impressive numbers here. 23 Winged Stars from Sicko. Absolutely impressive, Sicko. 3 flames here, 5 flames there, 15 winged hussars. It's good to see it. It's good to see it. And 15 cataphracts from Matt X. But let's move on to the next match here if they're getting ready. We're starting up the next match here immediately. Little drink of water so I don't kill my voice here throughout the broadcast. We are looking forward to the next match coming up here. No, I'm not gonna ask about Prime subs or Twitch subs today. That's not part of the that's not part of the broadcast today. We're doing this covering for CVR, so you don't really have to worry about that. Today we are gonna see a few from plebs. We are seeing a couple of poleaxes, and someone just PM me in game, though I definitely cannot see it. We are seeing from both sides. Let's talk about a little bit of what we're seeing on the side of NoBeaches. No beaches. You got it right. We're seeing a lot of cataphract play. Some we didn't see a lot of from plebs. Actually, we see a lot more hussar play, but we are seeing a lot of cataphracts from the side of plebs here as well. Significantly more IPGs, but not nearly as much anti-cavs I would like to see out of these guys, considering the team that they are going up against in NoBeaches here. It'll be interesting to see how both teams play it out. Seki's back on his classic longbow, and I want to see, I definitely want to see how he decides to utilize that. I imagine he might switch to the dual blade at some point throughout the match. Starting off in the match, I want to look at both teams, see if I see any Falconetti. I might have been a little bit wrong on my predictions here on what they are doing for NoBeaches. Sorry, for NoBeaches with their Falconetti play, because I didn't actually see any initially. Let's spacebar that and cycle through a few of the units here. I don't know if they brought a single Falconetti. Yeah, not one. Obviously, they've evaluated this match. They said, hey, them getting the towers up, not really a big deal. But let's see how they want to set up here today. We do see, let me turn down the speed a little bit so that we get those slow motion shots on camera. Let's see how they want to prepare. They are setting up on that tab right stairs just a little bit from the sides of plebs. That's them. I'm confusing my reds and blues here. We are seeing them targeting the gate, though I don't know if they've landed a shot yet. Those inaccurate line Falcos definitely not helping them out here. We'll see how that plays out in terms of the matches. We did speak to Temple Shot earlier about saying if he'll come on the broadcast, and he said it depends on if he wins or not. I don't know if he loses he comes on, or if he wins he comes on, but well, it's not going to be an absolute win today. I can tell you that much, Temple Shot. We do see Seki's up here on the tower, getting a little bit of some play against another longbow. Just plinking at each other just a little bit. Let's see who that other... It's Sicko Wagon. Wagwan. We do actually see some... oh no, it's just Metallatory up on the wall. But interestingly enough, they're hero playing the door. And you can see what goes through each one of these players' minds as soon as the door opens. It's like, all right, I'm ready to get shot by 30 different guns here. And then they just didn't. It just didn't come. Unfortunately for plebs, the battering ram has been destroyed, so they are going to have to push that up to the gate if they do want to break it once again. We're seeing a little bit of a cappage right now, and a whole bunch of the team actually pulling back off of that main gate. To where? Oh, I guess into this this side alley here. They want to make their stand not necessarily on the stairs, but in that side alley between the two teams. And I'm sure plebs are a little bit confused here as to what's going on. As we've seen from every other match, the players have been fighting on the bottoms of those stairs, so we might not be seeing that in this match today. We are seeing a trap coming out. Oh, it's a pretty juicy one, actually. It's unfortunate to see no reaction from NoBeaches here. And we do see Amia and Wero down here at the front, getting a little bit of information for their team so they can see a lot of it from up here on the walls. We are seeing them not hold nearly as close to the walls as we have some previous team, giving a lot of room to the clubs here. And it's interesting to see they have a single unit of Hussars out right now. And if I have to guess what's going through their minds right now, it's the NoBeaches team wants to play with a lot of infantry off the very start here, because that's when they figure a lot of this anti-cav is going to be out. They want to clean up a lot of this anti-cav from the plebs team before they go in and initiate against them for the rest of the match with a lot of cav. So we do see over here on the far tab left side, Kicker, Tesu, Tisu? Like I said, I can't pronounce names. But we are seeing a lot of Falco shots coming down on the far side. I don't remember if that's the top or the bottom line, though it is the inaccurate line with a lot more ammo and a lot higher fire rate, with some interesting implications on what they want to use it for. We are seeing a lot of that cav switch right now, with a lot of NoBeaches team switching over to that cav, though the trebs are coming in absolutely key for the plebs team. Now they are looking to set up a bit of a cav flank around that tab right side. And let's see how they go about doing it. They're engaging on the front line with infantry. Very, very interesting here. They're going through the front with some cataphracts, getting through, and they get through with most of their cav actually. Coming through the back here, they are coming through. And how much do they get off this? They're getting straight through with absolutely all of it. They do not care about the cav. The cav takes way too long. They're cleaning up with a lot of units, but they have cataphracts coming around through the backside, two of them. And let's see if they can get hero played or stopped at the back here. And they are. General Reap, Hydra, cleaning up both those units of cataphracts. Excellent, excellent, excellent plays there. And you can just see why NoBeaches is known as NoBeaches is known as the cav team of the season. They know how to play it. They're getting out a lot of their cav. They're keeping a lot of their cav involved where it has to be. And even with all that anti-cav that NoBeaches had on lock, that plebs had on lock, it didn't do enough for them. And NoBeaches knew when to seal the deal. Now we are seeing a lot of pressure pushing on that tab right supply point. Once again, not nearly the same setup as before. That Cav getting a little bit baited and run down by those Winged Stars as a path of Winged Stars goes straight through. We are seeing those excellent Cav plays on the stays here. So I think they're getting a little bit less eco. They're getting hit by those Falconetti on the bottom, but they are flanking the entire infantry core of plebs. Very, very impressive plays here. I do want to see how that shakes out later in the match with some cataphracts coming around the backside. And this looks to be a good play from plebs. It's Cav on Cav violence here. And I wish the infantry totals and the hero totals at the very top here were more accurate. We could tell you a better story of what's going on here. So it's a bit of a slog now. Those Reapers are getting involved against some Cav, and this is not a good situation for cavalry. This is not what you want to see for cavalry, getting bogged down in these slow, drawn-out fights. Not their specialty by any means. We see a lot of Cav coming in through the back, though they're stopped by that F-140 group. But through the front, they are not covered. That plebs Hita turning their F-340s from the front to the back to face that second Hussar charge and getting hit from the front. Though they do have a lot of anti-Cav to cover it themselves. They're getting a little bit cleaned up from the front here. I haven't really been focusing on the supply point over here. They're doing a little bit of engagements over there, but I think the main engagements are over here on this tab right supply point. They are actually recapturing the tab left supply point slowly but surely from the plebs, but a lot of those resources have been used up. You can see from the side of NoBeaches, they may have fallen into the same trap plebs did earlier on, using up a lot of that cavalry in some unfavorable engagements, getting a little bit into that territory war mindset. Yeah, those are some excellent Cav charges. But getting into that mindset where they can reinforce, and unfortunately they cannot in CBR. So we're seeing a few purple units and blue units rather coming out for the NoBeaches. They are recovering that point. And plebs, let's see, seeing what they have. I mean, a few of their players still have some gold units and some purple units. It's rather equal on material right now. And a lot of hero plays are going to be necessary. It's not necessarily game yet. We are seeing those Falcos coming back in style, and those Cav charges setting up for those far tab right flanks. How far they're going to go, we'll see. And we do see some shield maidens out there as well. They're giving up a lot of land on that supply point, and unless they can get every single player off that supply point and every single unit, they are not going to begin the cap. They're getting those shield maidens involved in the front and holding those cataphracts in reserve. They're going in right now for that cataphract charge. And we see another plebs side flank from the side here. They get that front wing to star charge going all the way through. Absolutely crushing. And that is a excellent Cav charge from plebs. Absolutely demolishing any defense that the NoBeaches team had set up on that supply. This is not what NoBeaches was expecting. They are down on resources, down on players, and they're going to have a hard time holding this home point. They have 2 players alive. This is a unfortunate situation. Definitely a bit of an upset at the end here. We said it was a defender-sided map, but I think they're getting that into their head just a little bit too much, where we see a lot of those defending teams not closing out the match. It'll be a It'll be interesting to see if they can hold this, but I think it might be a plebs win for the day. Oh, never mind. Ghost X was on the point for a second. He made the match last a little bit longer. Oh man. There was too many cap charges, too much going on. I couldn't even note down any like individual players that did an amazing job. We definitely see at the top of the leaderboard 5 kills, 4 kills, 4 kills from Ohydra here. But over on plebs, which will start off with 8 kills, 9 kills from Sekis. Amia and Sekis definitely competing for that top spot. And I think Sekis might start giving him a run for his money. But let's take a look a little bit at the damage totals. 1 million damage coming from Minexu. And I thought that was 40 for a second. No, that's just the hoof. That's 10 cataphracts killed there. Going down further, we see... actually, let's look at the damage numbers. 85,000... Oh, sorry, 850,000 from Amia. Sekis is doing nearly 900,000. Definitely not those big numbers that we're used to. But look at that from Smexy here. All that cav just clapped up. Not a lot of slog fighting. Definitely cleaning up those individual cavalry. And we have 900k even this slowdown on the board. Definitely a more even spread than what we were seeing before. And even at the bottom of Temple Shot, 20 cataphracts. That just goes to tell you how many cav was used throughout this entire match. Alright, Instinct, calm down. Instinct needs to calm down. 6 Falcos, 13 Reapers, 33 Shield Maidens, 10 VGs. You definitely cannot carry that hard in a match like this. This is the this is a Siege player that rages at the rest of my team. I tried. I really tried. But by no means was he playing with a bad team. Each one of these players coming out. Each one of these players coming out very strong. But 0 kills is definitely not something you want to see from a dual blade. Unfortunate, though a few cav kills definitely. We'll start from the top to the bottom. A lot of those Fjord Brachio were killed and I imagine stunned by old Dirty B. And Toasty Cruncher coming out with some interesting play. Only even this low on the scoreboard, a 600,000 damage game. And we'll just sail through, see if anything we find interesting. There you are, 950,000 damage total. Seems like a lot of it's on those armature lancers, actually. I did see that a few times. But going up here, wide diversity of different units here. We do see the VG kill count on Zengia here pretty high up. That's 1.5 units here. GG from plebs, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely a nice recovery from plebs. No respawns, unfortunately. General Reap coming out here looking strong, killing off a lot of those flames. We didn't nearly see as many flames. Oh my god, take a look at Galahad. 55 forward Brachio Pikeman. That must have been an excellent flank from one of those cataphract charges. Possibly one of the ones we saw early on. But it is a 1-1 conclusion from the battle here. A little bit of post-battle analysis. We didn't do this on the last few because we definitely forgot. We do see right here initially plebs coming out on top. And And then afterwards, at the end, we see no breach, or other way around. Oh yeah, no breaches here. But it just was not enough to stem the tide. Exit out of this match. It was a good